General Hospital spoilers reveal that the upcoming time will be extremely difficult for Willow. After Harmony's death, Willow is faced with a multitude of horrifying truths. It turns out that Willow has been living under the deception of Harmony for a long time, who she always thinks is her biological mother. Not only that, Harmony kidnapped Willow when she was just born. Carly and Alexis, two people who accidentally learned this truth, were also attacked by Harmony. Willow admits it was shocking, but she decided to face it. If Harmony was still alive, things would be different. Now that she is dead, Willow has no clue to find out who her biological parents are. First of all, there needs to be solid evidence, so Willow will tell Michael that she decided to take a DNA test. Of course, Willow would not have thought that her biological mother was right next to her without her noticing. While Spencer rummaged through Esme's room, he couldn't find any evidence to vindict Trina. Instead, he sent a letter to Esme in which the main sender is Maggie, Esme's nanny. Spencer rarely heard Esme mention this person, and she even said that they cut off contact. So why is this message completely different from what Esme said? Does Esme have anything to explain? But Spencer also needed to think of ways to deal with Esme. After a while of questioning, Esme would surely suspect Spencer. Why would he search her room in his own while she was absent? Wouldn't showing up in Esme's room make her angrier? Spencer couldn't admit to Esme that she was looking for evidence to prove Trina's innocence. Esme still didn't know that Spencer was pretending to be by her side in order to succeed. The most difficult thing for Spencer right now is to come up with the most reasonable excuse to surpass Esme. He said he was preparing for a surprise for Esme. Although the two of them appeared to be indifferent on the outside, they were investigating each other in their hearts. Fortunately, Spencer didn't have to waste his time because he discovered a potion in Esme's room, but there was no label. In order to avoid suspicion from Esme, he took a pill from it. Since it would take an expert to determine what kind of drug it was, Spencer would soon go to Britt to beg for help. Referring to the drugs that Esme was in possession, fans will recall the night that the teenagers of Port Charles went on a picnic, and Esme's plan also began. She passed Kevin's powers to get a description at the hospital. One of them is an anesthetic, which is an extremely strong amount of opioids. Esme mixed up the drugs into Trina's drink and put her in a coma. Did Spencer get it or not? Elsewhere, strange stories kept happening to Liz. She's constantly faced with bizarre situations as if someone is intentionally disrupting her life. After eliminating all possibilities, Liz decided that no one beside her could be the culprit. So Liz assumed that Franco's ghost had returned and caused all of this. Liz confides in despair to Lucy Coe, and she suggests that Liz find a psychic. Liz herself is a doctor, but does she believe in supernatural forces? Perhaps Liz was so devastated that she didn't know what to do, so she resorted to such a ridiculous excuse. Let's wait and see how things play out when a psychic is brought in. Are these odd stories created by the ghost of real Franco, or are they deliberately staged by someone?